Hey guys, we are back with more Vegas Golden Knights Eastside Hockey Manager, and in the last one we finished off year number 4 of the regular season, and we are heading into the year 4 playoffs, which is Fleury's final playoff run, so let's make it a good one. Fleury is in there. We give him a break at the end of the regular season because he did play several games in a row. I mean, probably like 15 to 20 in a row. So we gave him a break there for 3 games, and he should be rested and ready to go. So hopefully he can stay injury free. But knowing this game, I am not going to bank on that. So let's get as many wins as we can. Just early on, let's hopefully we could go for a sweep. But you know, just go for the win for right now in game number 1 against the Kings. Here we go. First period goal for Nick Hogg with the assist from Carlson. Second period, goals by Smith and Silverberg, not in that order, but we have the 3-2 lead nonetheless. Third period, and we are going to an overtime in the first game of the year 4 playoffs with a goal by Panarin, but 2 goals by the LA Kings in the third period. So let's see what happens in overtime. Second overtime, and a goal by Matt Martin, of all people, for the win for the Kings. So we're going to have to take this to at least 5 here if we want to win the series. Anyway, so game number 2, forgot to go into it, but I'm glad I didn't, because that is a 6-0, an ugly 6-0 loss. That, yikes. Okay, so after a game like that, you definitely want to change something up. All right, who's been simulating bad? And I know for a fact there's been a lot of bad simulators here, especially in a 6-0 game. So, oh my. So, Suzuki, Fleury, Fleury, 5 average rating. That's unfortunate right there. Teemu Pulkkinen with a 550. What is going on here? That is very unlike Teemu Pulkkinen. Reiko Pulkkinen's got a 6. Alan Lazaro 550. Oh my God! All right, let's see defenseman. Well, defensively hasn't been too bad, but we'll get. Should I get Nurse in there? No, I just gotta trust Krug, Miller, and Theodore, because normally these 3 are our best simulators in terms of defensemen. But for some reason, just right now, they're just not. I guess because they're the ones who are out there the majority of the time, and they probably let in a few goals while they were on. Forward-wise, I mean, Suzuki. I'll replace Suzuki with Sabotka. That's really the best we can do here. Condon and Fleury. I'm not gonna switch out Fleury in his last playoff run. Whatever happens, happens. So Sabotka, get in there. That's really all I can do. I mean, maybe we can shuffle the lines a little bit, but in terms of getting new players into the lineup, that's really about all we can do there. York, Krug, I mean, I could separate Krug, Theodore, and Miller so that each of them are on a different line, a different pairing. So I'll throw Brandstrom on the second pair for right now. I'll actually... what should I do here? Because both Krug and York are offensive defensemen, so you know what? Maybe I'll throw Miller on the left then, because I don't want Krug, York, and Brandstrom together. I want an offensive defenseman on each line. And then I'll get Hogg with Krug. So that separates Krug, Theodore, and Miller, because they're normally our 3 best simulators on the back end. And then forward-wise, what do we have? Panarin, Carlson, Smith, Marchessault, Veleno, Silverberg, Carrier, Lazaro, Fasching, Pulkkinen, Sabotka, Pulkkinen. I'll put... You know what? I'm going to go with the ace in the hole here. We'll go Teemu Pulkkinen on the first line with Carlson. And you know what? Teemu Pulkkinen on the first line with Veleno and Panarin, and then Marchessault, Carlson, and Silverberg, and then we'll go Smith, Reiko. Where is he? Where is Reiko? Where's Reiko? 78, there he is. With Lazaro, and then Carrier, Sabotka, and Fasching, and then Fleury and Condon. Okay, so... You saw the changes that we made. We went down 6-0 in that game, so we're down 2-0 in the series. If we go down 3-0, then it's pretty much over, I would guess, at least. But, gotta do something there just to change our fortunes. Game number 3 in LA First period, nothing to do. Well, one goal for Alan Lazaro, okay, and then a goal for William Carrier, but a goal for Tyler Toffoli. So we're up 2-1 currently in the game, but we're down 2-0 in the series. So we need to make this game really count here. Third period, oh my goodness, we're going to another overtime on a goal by Matt Martin. Oh goodness, come on boys, cross my fingers. Oh, my toe, Stefan Matteau gets the dagger to put us down 3-0 in the series. That is unfortunate right there. And this might be a lot shorter of a video than I'd hoped. Because we are currently in a bad, very, very bad spot. And that's an understatement. We have to win 4 in a row here. Oh, Flower, you're... I don't want to take you out, buddy. I really don't. And I'm not going to, because if there's such a low probability that we're going to come back in this series anyway, it's just, we'll leave them in there anyway. You know what? We'll call up some prospects here because I don't know what's going on. But we'll get them some time. We'll call up Lucas Summers. We'll call up Kenneth Torma. We'll just get these guys some playing time in the NHL. Carl Forrest, why not? He's been a beast down there in the AHL. 57 goals. Unreal. Let's see. Defensively, Todd Corsi. Yeah, he was pretty good in the AHL. We'll call him up. We'll call up Semenov. We'll call up really anyone who has a future on this team. Martin Stephenson, he wasn't that bad. He's only got a 2-star future rating, but, I mean, Jet Wu we'll call up as well. We'll just call up everybody. Why not? Martin Stephenson, welcome to the team. So, remember, there's no maximum limit on for the roster during the playoffs, so that's why we can have all these players up here. We'll take Lazaro off. We'll take William Carrier off. And in terms of defense, we'll take off Miller, Theodore, and Hogg. Well, Hogg's been the only good simulator on defense besides Krug as well. So we're doing something to shake it up here. And then we'll get Semenov and Wu in on defense. Then at forward, we'll get Fors and Summers in. Yeah, we just, at this point, you may as well. And we'll go best lines as well. It's saying Condon is better than Fleury. And I mean, I kind of agree, but, this could be Fleury's last game. So we'll get Fleury in there. All right, here we go. Game number 4 against the Kings. Here we go. First period. Goal by Tyler Toffoli on marc-andre Fleury. That's unfortunate. Second period. Got a goal by Krug on the power play, but then Kopitar scores on the power play as well. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. Here we go. Third period. Yep. I'm sorry, Flower. I'm so sorry. You know what? That's it. Goodbye, Flower. It sucks he had to go out this way, but so that's an unfortunate loss right there. Yeah. That one stings. That one stings more than usual. Not gonna lie. So let's, I guess, go the rest of the playoffs here. We're just gonna sim fast past every game because I just want to get to the draft at this point. Because we desperately need to find a young goaltender to replace the Flower. And let's see what's going on here. Team USA selections. Okay, so World Championships. Jacob Silverberg has been selected. I don't like to see these messages because that means we're out of the playoffs. And I knew that already, but like it's another nail in the coffin, it's another dagger to the heart. Jacob Silverberg selected for Team Sweden. Artemi Panarin selected for Team Russia. Torrey Krug selected for Team US. I wonder if Joe Veleno is going to get selected for Canada. Avalanche with a 4-3 win. I mean, I wouldn't imagine... Actually, well, it's possible, but, Canada's got a lot of good centers there. Johansson's contract ending. Lucas Johansson, we don't care about him. Okay, so all these players we don't care about. Team Finland roster. Teemu Pulkkinen has been selected for Team Finland. I mean, I would imagine But unfortunately, Reiko Pokinen was ignored there. 4 players from the Golden Knights have been selected to the Team Canada roster. Let's see who they are. They are Darnell Nurse, Shea Theodore, Joe Veleno, and Riley Smith. There you go. So, Joe Veleno has made Team Canada. And first round finishing up here. Yeah, this one stings. This one stings a lot, especially since I believe did we not get past the first round last year? Yeah, we did. So, like this one, again, since we didn't get past the first round, and because, well, we didn't even get a win for that matter. We got swept by the LA Kings, and we also, the loss of Marc-Andre Fleury to our goaltending. It just stings altogether. It just stings. So, let's just keep going. 4-2 win for the Wild over the Avalanche. 3-2 win for I didn't see and don't care. A 4-2 win for the Lightning over the Maple Leafs and a 3-2 win for the Blue Jackets over the Penguins. Let's just keep going here. Unless we get an important message, we're not going to stop the simulation. 4-3 win for the Wild over the Avalanche. And no, we're not responding all of a sudden. I must have pressed space too much. No, please don't. Please. Can you? Please. Oh no. All right, we're back. Luckily, I didn't have to restart the game there. I mean, it technically wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, because then, we could have restarted the playoffs. But no, I'm not about that. Player of the month, Erik Karlsson. Rookie of the month, Trent Frederick on the Bruins. JG Pageau is the offensive player of the month, and Karlsson defensive player of the month. Panarin in Russia game. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on simulating, but we're not gonna press the enter or space button, I should say, too fast this time, as to avoid what we just went through. Lightning with a 4-3 win over the Maple Leafs and a 3-2 win for the Penguins over the Blue Jackets, a 2-1 win for the Kings over the Flames, and a 5-1 win for the Wild over the Avalanche. You got a 4-2 win for the Penguins over the Blue Jackets and a 5-1 win for the Maple Leafs over the Lightning. So we're just going through these games fast here. In round number 2, I believe. Yep, May 6th. 5-1 win for the Wild over the Avalanche and a 4-0 win for the Flames over the Kings. And the Kings lead the series 3-2. Wild win this series 4-1. And Lightning lead the series against Toronto 3-2. And the Pittsburgh Penguins win the series against the Blue Jackets 4-1. 4-2 win for the Kings over the Flames and a 4-2 series win as well. 4-2 win for the Lightning over the Maple Leafs and as well, once again, as a 4-2 series victory for them. So we're off to the final 4 now. Alright, so the third round matchups are Penguins versus Lightning and the Kings versus the Wild. Let's see what happens. The Kings take a 1-0 series lead over the Wild, and the Lightning take a 1-0 series lead over the Penguins in game number 1. And then we have game number 2, Kings and Wild tied 1-1, and the Lightning lead the series over the Penguins 2-0. Alright, game number 3, here we go. A Penguins win over the Lightning 4-2, but the series is 2-1. And a Wild win for the Wild over the Kings with a 4-1 victory, and the Wild lead 2-1. Alright, game number 4 for each series. Here we go. Series for the Lightning and the Penguins is even now at 2-2. Penguins with a 5-2 win. And then the Wild lead the series against the Kings 3-1 currently. Game number 5 for each series. Here we go. And Minnesota will not close out the Kings. They will get the win 4-2. And the Lightning will take the lead against the Penguins in a 2-1 victory. And the Lightning win the series against the Penguins in game number 6. And the series with the Wild and Kings are going to 7 with a 6-3 win for the Kings over the Wild. So the Lightning are the first team in the Stanley Cup final, and they will be facing the Los Angeles Kings with a 4-0 win over the Minnesota Wild. Kings with a 1-0 series lead over the Lightning. Game 1, 3-2. Game 2, here we go. Lightning win 4-3. Series tied, 1-1. Game 3, the Kings win 4-1. Kings lead 2-1. The player of the month is Sidney Crosby. Rookie of the month is marc-andre Miller on the Maple Leafs. Offensive player of the month is Sidney Crosby, and defensive player of the month is Jonathan Quick. And the Kings lead this series 3-1 in a 5-1 victory in game number 4 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Golden Knights rights to Harvey Pinard as an unsigned draft choice, is about to expire. Don't want him. Rjomberg. I mean, he's... Nah. Alvarez. Let's see his history. Not really feeling that. Danny Waite. Nope. Steves. Nope, not really. Alright, so we're going to pass on all those guys whose rights are expiring. I mean, they already expired, actually. They expired back in May. I just didn't check the rights. So I guess they're free agents now anyway. Panarin resumes light practice. Apparently he got injured somehow. And Game 5. Can the Kings close this out? They will not. The Lightning, with a 4-2 win in Game number 5, to force a Game number 6 against the Los Angeles Kings. Going into Game number 6 now. Let's see what happens. Game number 6, and it will be an overtime win for the LA Kings, who win the Stanley Cup in 6 games against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Congrats, LA Kings, on the Stanley Cup. And a Krug deal is all of a sudden once again rumored as we get into the offseason now. But that is not the case. So going into the draft, we obviously need a goaltender. We saw that there were some goaltenders available in the draft, but no one really spectacular. So we'll take a goaltender, but I doubt that they'll turn into anything. So really, what should we focus on? I think we just need to focus on getting the best available player, really. So, because we have a center in Veleno, we have, I would say mainly a scoring winger. An elite scoring winger would be important. But then again, we do have Panarin, so... But still, you know, good to have some prospects down there, just in case. I guess we'll simulate up to the draft here, and then we'll end things off, because there's really just not a whole lot to check out. We could technically check out our stats from the past playoffs, but, I mean, it's really just shameful. I mean, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, blah, blah, blah. Riley Smith, 3 points. Hogg with 2 points. Carlson with 2. Panarin with 2. Really just nobody showed up besides... Sabotka of all people, and then Panarin a little bit. Fleury, I'm so sorry, buddy, but it's just it wasn't our year apparently. Yikes. Vezina Trophy shortlist decided. Let's see who's on here. Vasilevsky, Murray, and Bobrovsky. It's gotta be. I think it's gotta be Vasi for me. He's got that .931 save percentage, .220 average rating, 4 shutouts. But then again, Matt Murray. Actually. I mean, it's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna vote for Vasi though. And the lottery, let's see where we're picking. We're picking 8th actually with the pick from the Nashville Predators, so that's a nice surprise. Where else are we picking? We're picking 28th. Do we have any other first round picks? Let's just see here. Transactions, draft picks. No, we have 2 first round picks. Okay, so. You know what, though? We have the 8th overall pick, so that's not bad. It's really a lot better than I expected. Trading to Nashville. And who did we trade to Nashville again for that pick? Was it, it was Brandon Carlo. So, hey, Brandon Carlo for the 8th overall pick. I will definitely take that any day of the week. So, based off this, Ian Sapinski will be available at 8th. From Toms River, New Jersey. Jeez. Right-handed defenseman. 5-star potential. History, he looks good. I mean, he's the offensive defenseman, but, I mean, we have a lot of offensive defensemen already. And I don't know what other players would be available. Like, we could see someone like Daniel Firmby be available at 8, depending on how the draft goes. So, we'll just get the draft here. And we will end it off right before the draft. Just wanted to see where we were picking, and we are picking 8th. So, I guess in the next one, we will get to the NHL entry draft, and we will start considering our options for a replacement for Marc-Andre Fleury. So, with that, alright, so we are at the draft, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we start the Year 4 NHL entry draft.